What is going on, guys? Today we're going to take a look at this. These are the Bose open air earbuds. Let's do a review on them right now. Are the Bose open air earbuds. They were sent to me by Bose for a review, but even so, we know product whether to do a positive or negative review. It's my own thoughts on this product, and we're just gonna do like a general Goku runner review. I've used them off and on for the last couple of months. I've had them here, so let's do a review. That's basically what I'm gonna do. Not gonna get too technical about everything, but we are gonna talk about some other things. But first off, we're gonna take a look at the case, which is this thing right here. Nice little tiny case, similar to the other earbuds that Bose make that I have. And there you go. You open it up and you'll see the earbuds. On the bottom over here, USB-C port. On the back is going to be a little button that's going to allow you to sync your earbuds to your phone. Relatively easy process. You just have to open it up, press that back button, hold it down. It's going to be able to connect to your phone. I've used it for my Apple phone and it works just fine. So if you take a look at the earbuds right here, this is the form factor. So these are open ear earbuds, meaning they're going to be not like a vibration based. They're going to be almost like a speaker based system where there's a speaker that's going to be transmitting the sound waves into your earbud. So basically, if you see the earbud right here, this part right here, the barrel part is going to have all the electronics of the thing. And then this part over here is going to be the speaker of the whole thing. So you're going to just clip this in your ear, over your earlobe, like the barrel over your earlobe, and then the other part right into your ear. So if you see that, it goes right into my ear. And you do the same thing with the other one. They kind of remind me of like earrings. Like if you didn't know what they were, you probably would be like, is he wearing earrings? And you know, for the most part, I feel like they're an okay look. Kind of get used to it. They definitely do look like you're wearing some like looped earrings to like somebody who's not used to people wearing stuff like this, because I've seen other people wear similar styles to this, because these have been out for over a year, and since then there's been a lot of similar products coming out to these Bose ones. But yeah, I feel like for the most part these are pretty comfortable. Like on the ear right now, pretty comfortable. They are in my earbud. They're not gonna go off. I've never felt unsafe of them like, you know, falling out at any point. If I'm doing a jog on the treadmill, if I'm doing anything, they are not going to get loose on there. And they're pretty comfortable too. Like you can adjust them any way you want it. You can put it, you know, in like a straight away, or what I like to do is kind of put it downwards. And I feel like that's the best way to get the sound into my ear. And for the sound quality of the earbuds, I feel like they're great. I've had some other ones that I've used, like similar earbuds to this, where they're like clip-on earring kind of way, and I felt like they sounded not as great as these Bose. Bose is going to be known for their sound quality. I feel like the bass actually on these are pretty good. Like it's not going to be the most bassiest thing because it's not directly in your ear. And I think that's a good thing too, because if you want to have them in your ear, sometimes that can mess with your eardrum. It can get too loud. It can also like mess with your earwax. I've had some issues with that recently. And if you are sticking earbuds in your ear, it kind of forces the earwax inside there and kind of gets trapped. Also, they're great for runners or bikers or anybody that wants to have their ears open whenever they are out and about, especially like out at night. If you're on the streets, you want to hear your surroundings, you want to hear if there's an attacker coming, if there's a car coming, if there's a bicyclist coming, you want to hear all that. Like even at an event, if you're doing a marathon, half marathon, 5K, 10K, you don't want to be that person who's blocking the course. Like say if it's a 2-loop course, I've seen people like you literally have to tap them on the shoulder to tell them to get out of the way, because the runners are coming from behind. Like the fast runners are already coming through to do the second loop, and the person is oblivious to their surroundings. But if you have something like this, you can hear everything. So you still hear everything, and they do get pretty loud. For me, I'm not one to use them at a gym, but you definitely could. I've seen people use similar earbuds to this in the gym, but for me, I like to be isolated. So these are like non-isolating earbuds, and of course, they don't have any, noise canceling like that. They do have some other fun features, but for the most part, they do sound great when you compare them to other earbuds, especially the bass. There's a little bit more bass than any earbuds like this. And we'll do a comparison of them in another video with like the other earbuds that we won't talk about in this video. But other than that, the battery life on these things are about 7 hours. So you can use these for 7 hours. If you are using their special modes, I think there's some kind of mode where it's like immersion mode, where it kind of, tells wherever you are like moving around that it'll sound a little different. I've not really heard too much difference. I've had all the other earbuds. I have the over-ear earbuds for Bose too. I feel like it does do a little bit different, and you can't really notice it that much on here. But if you are using that like immersive sound mode, it's gonna bring the battery life to like 4.5 hours compared to the 7 hours. With the case over here, if you're carrying the case around with you, you can get another like 17 or 18 hours with this as well. So, pretty good. Don't use the immersive mode and you'll get 7 hours. I feel like 7 hours listening is a long time. You just put them back in the case and you'll be good to go. I've had these for a while. It's been holding up charge and it's been working for me. So let's take a listen to the sound quality of these right now on a phone call. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the Bose open ear earbuds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the Bose open ear earbuds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the Bose open ear earbuds with some pretty loud music in the background. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the Bose open ear earbuds with the music in the background. So as you can see in those use case scenarios, it does not sound the clearest, but it is suitable. I think my girlfriend, whenever I did talk to her, like during a car ride with these on, she did tell me that I did sound a little far away. So I think it's like for something from Bose, I feel like it should be a little bit better, but it is usable, just not the greatest when you compare it to, especially with music or without music. It's just not going to be the clearest of clearest sounds coming from the microphones on these during a phone call. So basically, I feel like these earbuds are great for runners if you're going to use them. That's who's going to want to use them. Runners, somebody who wants to have their ears open whenever they are out and about doing things, maybe a parent with a child. They don't want to be isolated from the world. You want to be able to hear your world. And something like these, the Bose Open Air Earbud Ultras, are going to help you do that. So as far as my pros and cons, I feel like the pros are going to be the form factor of them. I feel like they're very comfortable for you to use during long-term use. They're very light. You kind of forget that you're wearing them after a while. I like the sound quality out of them. They are a little bit more bassier than other open air earbuds that I've used. And the battery life, I feel like that may be a negative in terms of I've had other earbuds that are longer. So 7 hours is okay, but maybe you're traveling all day and you have them in your ears, they're going to die. And you can always put them back in the case, but I'd rather have them longer. Say you're at an ultra marathon or something. The ultra on these open air earbud ultras doesn't withstand a ultra marathon where you're going to use them for like 17 hours or whatever, because I have had earbuds that do that. So that's going to be a con. And also the sound quality during a phone call is going to be another con. The price of these are going to be, right now, they're about $229. I've seen them as low as $199. That's all the way down from $300 when they first did come out. So they are getting a little bit cheaper. So if you did wait a while to pick you up one of these, the price might just be right for you. At $300, I don't know if I would recommend these, but at the price point where it is, maybe you want to get that just because they are Bose. Another negative is also that they don't have like wireless charging. I wish it had that, especially for the price point, $300. I wish it had that. And one more is that it doesn't have the ear detection thing where if you take it out of your ear, it's going to pause your music. Not that that's a big deal, but other headphones, even the other earbuds, they have that. So I wish that these had that too, especially for the initial price point of $300. So yeah, what I'm gonna give this as Goku Runner score? I'm gonna give this still a thumbs up. I feel like the sound quality at the end of the day, these are earbuds. They do sound great, so that's why I choose these. I do wish it has better battery, but for sound, if you're gonna use them, they sound a lot better than any other earbuds, open ear earbuds that I've been using. But we'll see if I get more to review, if they still stand the test of time after I get those. So yeah, they get a thumbs up from me. Goku Runner reviews. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Open ear earbuds from Bose. Let me know if you would buy them. Let me know if you have a pair of these. Let me know what you think about them. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!